grunge and alternative aesthetics meet upcycling in this fresh take on a denim crop top little number. Oh, and did I mention it's totally reversible? So let's get right down to it. I started by making a sort of textile using some mesh and some of my leftover denim that I had, the very thin strips that are like difficult to sew together. Now that I've got a strip that can sort of like cover my whole bust, I think to lay something over it, I'm just going to use this mesh bag, cut it open on the side seam here, and then sew it on over the top. And this black mesh will just match very nicely with the black denim that I'm going to use for the rest of the bustier. I also separated the bag closure for use later. Here's what I'm thinking. I'll have this mesh with the patchwork sort of as the center panel, and then I'll use the rest of the mesh that I have as a sleeve, sort of cap sleeves, and then all around the back will be the black, and the waistband will be like the bottom. Next, I'm trimming all the ends so that everything is nice and evenly lined up. I also cut the mesh to size and then just laid over the patchwork denim, folded it over the top nicely and sewed it down. It's time to deal with the jeans, y'all. I hope you're ready for a seam ripping montage. Now that all the panels are separated, I'm going to go and cut the two main back sides where the pockets were into rough rectangle shapes, and then hem the top and bottom edges so that they're both straight. To either side of the patchwork mesh covered panel, I'm going to add one rectangle of denim. I'm gonna do this by placing the denim and the patchwork right sides facing and then sewing a straight stitch along this edge. I didn't finish off the bottom edge of the patchwork center panel earlier because I wasn't sure how much mesh I would need, but now that I've sewn on either of the denim panels, I'm just going to finish that up real quick, trimming off any of the excess mesh as I go along and sewing everything down. To neaten up the inside and to stop all the edges from fraying, I'm just going to use an overlock seam on all of those edges, and then I'm also going to top stitch it down where everything is connected just for extra security and a nice finishing look, you know. I just finished the top stitching and it looks really neat. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but it's just over there and over there. And now I'm going to work on the closure at the back. So the first step is just to hem that end there, and I'm just like rolling it over twice and then straight stitching it. The belt loops in, which I'm going to use to create a lace up back. I'm just going to fold them in half and then position them and pin them to see how many I'll need on either side, and also the spacing that I'd like between them. Okay, so I figured it would be smarter to put in the sort of waistband, bra band, underband sort of thing first, so then I'll know how far down the belt loops need to go. So in order to do that, I opened up the waistband and then sandwiched the patchwork panel in between the two pieces of the waistband, pinned it down and sewed all the way around the waistband, making sure to stretch it as I sewed so that there would be able to be an overlap at the back where the button closure will. Perfect. Now we can just sew down the belt loops on either side. All the loops are done, and remember that closure that we took from the mesh bag earlier? Well, it's time to bring it back and use it to lace up this lovely little bustier top. I could have really stopped here, off a very nice corset, bandeau kind of situation, but I thought it would be really cute to add some mesh sleeves. So using the second mesh bag that I had, I cut it open same way as before, and I actually found some elastic that I could use to secure the straps, because I feel like it would be too floppy without the structure of elastic if I use just the mesh. So I'm just going to attach the elastic and the mesh together, and pretty much just sew that little thing onto the main body of the bustier. that's pretty much it. Yeah, not too much to it. So let's head into the final look. Just imagine like stomping around in this outfit at some festival. How awesome. Like, just imagine it. But anyway, let me keep on dreaming. Until next time, keep it jazzy.